Because like the note says it's in the ice cream maker, right? Not me reading the room wrong.
The note is someone has scribbled. S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP.
Dang it. I guess now we have another question for Kuno.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This must be where the entity lives. What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens. Still nothing. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now. If this is really an entrance to the chimney, then there must be a furnace somewhere as well.
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things?
I need to find the malignant entity, Kim. This is the chimney. This is not random. This is significant. I want to see what's on the other side. I can try. Blow gently on your bruised knuckles.
Why do you think there's something on the other side, necessarily?
But you can see a spark of curiosity in his eyes.
In any case, there's no way we can get in right now. Let's investigate further.
I'll go back up and see if there's not a way I can access it from in here, maybe, and I haven't missed something. Oh, there's a hatch there. The wall collapsed. That's inaccessible now.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
What is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door and gingerly
No
peeks
one has
inside.
used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Smear your hands with coal. Look inside the
It's
furnace.
dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing?
I'm hallucinating, or maybe it's the entity. I hear the murderer of the hangman talking. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs.
The voices I heard, maybe it's the malignant entity.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities...
Always has to be the skeptic, this man.
Fail.
You muster all your strength and yell. You're dehydrated. Hunger, a lifetime of smoking and drinking will do. The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there.
That's really annoying because I want
Then
to know.
again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
Dang it.
A lush layer, you feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
Well, let's not
Yes.
express ourselves clearly.
How grown up. The lieutenant seems relieved as well. A hollow ring echoes
Dang it.
through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
I knew that was going to go terribly. Oh, it's so annoying. Why are you shouting a physical check? That's so silly. Hey,
Fuck does
Kuno.
Kuno care? You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
My face shifted through the roofing material.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
Found a plate called Reprisal. Did you anything know about it? What's with the tube of Magnolizimo?
Oh, that. Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Will you try and send a message of some sort? Like some kind of musician. Cool pig heck. I liked it. I got one too. This one. It's shit.
What?
What is this shit? Fucking on yourself? This is weird level shit. Kuno doesn't go there.
Fuck your shit back to normal. What is this?
Well played. No one saw that coming.
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired.
No.
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
Magnesium, don't miss the
You're
light.
not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna...
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Okay.
Kuno does...
Interesting. I'm investigating the case further.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now.
The
What's
dark
in there?
sarcophagus.
That dark sarcophagus.
Pause dramatically.
Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a channel house of failed business enterprises leeching life energy from this bookstore.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
You don't have anything of substance to tell her until you found that entity of hers.
That's all I can say for now. So we can't we gain some stuff, at least. Hang on, let's go give this lad a shot put back.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabinier do?
Found you guys a new bowl.
What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now. No need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
Exactly, and I really did try.
Trying is worth as much as is accomplished. In this case, almost nothing. Fine. You try to right a wrong. It's still a gram better than actual nothing. Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who hunted the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
I mean, that's how you do
A
it.
superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. someone who knows how to rule
How should a true king rule?
decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Powerful leaders, not afraid to do what must be done. That's what a country needs.
Revachol would be a different place if more people realized that. We could still be the...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
There's some more weariness in his voice now. He heard this rant many
The
times.
carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve. No one and nothing can change this man's mind. He is as rigid as they come.
Right.
Thank you for your time. We gained some XP. That's what matters. I wonder if we can pawn the rifle. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much use it would be. Sewer grate. Like, is that what we're supposed to do with it? Wait, can we... Is this going anywhere? Is this... No. It's not. So she's there giving me the business saying, you've not spoken to everyone down by the lorries, but there does not appear to be anyone else I can speak to apart from this person.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality.
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the wary aspect of a cornered beast.
Ma'am, are you alright? Are you alright, ma'am? You were out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
She adds with contempt. What's so bad about the 50s? Where else would you be then? When else would you be then?
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with the young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
Who's Gabriel Bonguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
Bonguerro? Shows you the photograph of a lavish amber frame.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen. This man's got a hold over her, even 50 years later. You can feel it.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
Someone was. They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the mine behind the Black Sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Methk, it was a golden age.
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Muindi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petrostate, a constitutional monarchy, and, as of recently, an outcast due to its tilt to the far right.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the
There's
dashboard.
something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff?
Please help me out here, it's important.
Please? I think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro. You are not Gabriel. Gabriel doesn't say please.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole is also made of leather.
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now, there was a real man.
There is no abbreviation in the pattern that you can see. She puts her foot down.
Moreover, the boots were size 37. Tiny. There are too many discrepancies in all this. Another discrepancy, although not boot-related, is the coronation of His Innocence, Franco Negro, which happened 500 years ago.
It was. And then it was no more. And I was no longer holding my father's hand. He was no longer descending the stairs in Ryle. The crowd had gone silent. Perhaps it was another Herife who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival. I don't remember.
As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue and the machines.
I could have told you that from just looking at them. Size is 37.
The feet of a little girl, they fit well on the pedals. Diamonds? Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Okay, but what are you really hauling? though?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
What if the cargo is contraband?
Then it's contraband, lawman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos's bad hand, strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
A boyadero, boya for short, is a cow herder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Mesk. He is a rugged individualist and explorer.
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
I'm guessing that doesn't happen.
Of course not. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
I think I see where this is going.
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Magritte. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
Nod solemnly. A beautiful song.
The most beautiful. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
What if to truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let...
So he doesn't think she's a smuggler.
You hear that, lawman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Wait, why is that, Lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But
A pale dream is what it is.
Right, you seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
That's not really what I was getting at.
Then what were you getting at?
this line of questioning is going nowhere. Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Everett sent me. Place ring on the side of your nose and tap twice. What is it? What is it that you're holding exactly? I wanted to ask if you're interested in smuggling some drugs.
Who the fuck is Irrat? Ah, and what do I care about the union boss? He's no Gabriel. He's no Franco Negro. He's not even Hermenegildo the Hound.
Okay, let me put it this way. Are you smuggling drugs?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
You said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs?
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramirizat to Grat, on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramirizat to Grat, Lowman?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking you.
It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
I didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that. If you had to guess, who do you think is doing the smuggling the drugs around here?
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Zoras. Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree.
Jamboree?
Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesque.
Well, that was a fun conversation, wasn't it?
A Stars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie.
That's cool, but I have policeman things to do.
Not many people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too, it appears.
Hey Kim, check this out.
A Stash Raiko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
Hold on, maybe I can impress him. Do I know what happened last time?
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue. The colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white. The colors of the Stars Ryko.
That's, well, yes, exactly it, more or less. Except it was a crowd of them. Tore him out of the vehicle and ran him over with his own tires. They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The James community protested the trial, flying the colors. 5,000 came to protest.
Correction. 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
I hate to correct you, Kim, but only 4,395 people were at the protest.
Could it be another Stash Raiko murder? Honestly, that just doesn't seem like the type of vehicle our dead guy would drive. So my initial guess is the two are not related.
Fair.
Is that so, officer? I'll take you at your word.
Interesting. Before I proceed, I've got an opinion on this paint job. Okay. So there is still no one new here, so I've spoken to the two of them. Can I maybe like press this other guy again? I'd really like to like advance something, I guess.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Right, let's go back to what's face. See if I can advance that text now.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? On the contrary, officer. There are yet camionneurs.
They must have someone in an...
I suggest you go back and canvass.
I guess maybe visit Everett? Can I do this wall check again?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Still can't believe I failed that. I'm a fedora wearing super cop. Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza. The damage looks like it could have been done by an earthquake. Maybe it was a sea monster. Yeah, we'll have to go to him again.
Yes?
No, oh, sorry, Kim. Didn't mean to speak to you there, bud. Was trying to leave the room.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change." The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952, and a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then...
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy. How may I help you?
Lemmy.
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Do you
No.
know? Why did I call
Maybe
you?
you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
My name is Raphael Ambrose Costello. Do you have anything under my name? My name is Harry Dubois. Do you have anything on my name?
Let me fire up the machine.
Keys
Dubois.
being pressed in the background.
Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November '46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one.
What kind of film is that?
It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Ziemsk immigrant Egidius Wojcik tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia. No
Nice.
wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Maine.
The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone.
Also, I realised I had like a thought that I never finished before.
Guillaume Le Million. Bad news. Guillaume Le Million did not become a cop. In '38, he went on a tour to the Sinyao province in Safre, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation.
Nice.
His body was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite, amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Trainer single, Wonderland, skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning.
1 playing threshold, all psyche learning cats raised by 1. That's pretty good. Rigorous self-critique. Wild Pines. I would still love to charm the container open.
You're back before the cargo container.
It's impossible. Big sad. Quick save. Right, Everett, my boy.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair. I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
He's trying to figure out if you're lying. There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth.
I may have gone inside and seen a collection of racist mugs.
Exactly the kind of fascist memorabilia I was expecting. Weasel probably prays to it every night for the downfall of the Union.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Let's talk about the mugs.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
Oddly, it seems to be true.
But the weasel might have cleaned up for the killers.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
Great technique. You'd make a great sergeant. There's more to police this than we're saying.
Of course, Harry. Stoic silence. I like that. Very befitting a police officer. I'm not a real detective. You are.
That's all he's going to say on this subject.
Okay. I've heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about
By
it.
now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys.
Wild Pines.
Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire. I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container. Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, We dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Oh wait, the whole neighborhood does not.
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base. There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
Yeah.
So these idealists killed our...
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried. He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company, after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
That does sound quite unlikely, yes. The big guy leading the scabs at the gate is colossal. He's not scared of them. If anything, he likes them being here. Strange.
You mentioned the lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal. Oh, they are simply fine young men. All 7 of them. Exemplary union members. Always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets. But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
He holds out a banknote. Wait, why are you giving this to me?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
I don't need it. I only wanted your help with the high
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
Good talk.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left, so you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are. There's another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left nor right. I do what my heart tells me to do.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is, company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can. Deliberately.
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry. They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Are you 100% sure no one's going to end up homeless?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're gonna build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
He means it.
Fine.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the water lock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
Okay. I will be a solid socialist. Well, didn't quite see that happening. It feels like a little bit of... I mean, maybe I could have come back yesterday to get ahead on talking to the Hardy Boys, but... Well, we'll go back, figure it out. We can't get across the dock until Wednesday anyway, it seems like. We'll crack on. Go speak to the Hardy Boys, and then I think I'll call it a day, because I don't think I have enough to do until it gets like 9 PM in game, and I can go back to the flat. Oh god, what's happening?
Right to work!
Okay, memory dialogue. You're not a lorry driver, are you?
Welcome to Rivachol.
Oh, he is. Racist lorry driver, nice. Why are you dressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Sure.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
Kim bringing the business?
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
I've got you back.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lorryman spits.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
No, that's it. I'll never go.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his fingers.
You could ask him to show you the soles of his boots. He definitely looks like someone capable of a lynching. Maybe he was present.
Show this mug. I found this mug in the trash. Show it.
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while. God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
What was that argument all about? What are you hauling? Let's see the elbows of your boots. You're a lorryman, right? What? She stands on drugs. Okay, what are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What are you picking up?
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
Let me see the soles of your boots.
Admiring the stompers, huh? Sure thing. Check them out.
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of treads with no immediately discernible pattern.
What's up with your soles?
It's Revachol.
Where did you get boots like that?
Custom made. Cost me a pretty penny.
He rubs his balding head.
For when the invasion comes, the last thing they'll see before the lights go out is illustrious Revachol.
It doesn't look like the lieutenant cares. He just makes a little note.
Welcome to Revachol. I like it. You do understand you're stomping on Revachol every day, don't you? Whatever, those aren't the boots I'm looking for.
The man bites his lip and drops the near-finished cigarette lingering between his fingers.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here. Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
He loses his patience for explaining.
Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular, picked apples.
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the wall of racism.
The wall of racism.
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
He takes a long drag of the cigarette.
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
There's your in. Take his side in this particular fight.
Hold on, they make Al Ghul alcohol and Almanega too. I was told they do. Take it, you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez. Listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep this poison off our streets of Revachol, right?
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes, damn, it didn't work. You should have signaled you're a nationalist before.
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Then what are you still hanging around for?
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with the trailer door open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
If they were getting drunk inside the Whirling in Rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that he's the kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road to science, man.
The rights and privileges of lorrymen?
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
And that's a privilege?
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very
So
prestigious.
It's a kind of union.
Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us, they'll regret it. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice ain't no laughing matter. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Wait, the street vendor? The guy's lorry driver?
Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right. 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess so.
Right, well, I didn't know he was a lorry driver. That's interesting. So it doesn't sound like anyone's smuggling drugs, I guess. I also feel like I didn't do a great job of finding out.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Trading to give you some money.
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola. Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. But the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
Isn't it only a crap hole because of Revachol?
If you say so, officer. I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. Whatever's good for business is good for me. Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
Tasty, tasty drugs.
That's so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool narc? But I am not a lorry driver. I am just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole.
He stops to think.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
What do you know about the drug operation?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd. He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid.
Tell me the heck is transporting the goods. You know who they are, tell me now.
Shush, please. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
If you don't want to get into your voice, if you don't want to get into this, raise your voice. You have to give us a reason to move on.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Who are the other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now?
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
So is it the lady driver?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange. He's not ruling her out.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
After all this mess, the broken seals, lying to you, come on.
Think of it as an investment.
An investment?
He raises a brow.
What kind of investment?
Or you could not make this about corruption and go with something even wilder.
It's an investment in me, a highly exceptional human being. My risk-reward ratio is wild. Invest in me not telling your employer about your operation here. I'm a policeman. It's an investment in good relations with the RCN. It's an investment in your customer base. Gotta prime the pump, man.
Fair point. You can't have a successful business without a loyal customer base. How much is your loyalty worth?
5 real.
What? Only a $5? You can't even buy a pack of Royal Extras with that. Let's make this one stick, my man.
10 real.
10 real is a bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man.
Nice. Okay, so we can pay for the hotel tonight. That's great. Alright, let's go back and talk to the driver, who we believe may be involved in the drugs. We are cracking the case. One text box at a time.
The woman is still hunched over the railing, her head swaying to the music, her eyes looking at nothing in particular.
Huh? What is it? What do you want?
Alright, are you the lady driver?
Can you just call me a lady, Herife?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
I'm told of a woman driver, you're the only woman here.
I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
So you're not the driver everyone is terrified of?
I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
You said long haul, that's... And who's the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to? The big
Mom?
ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there, it's all just
He hums along as if it's a track on repeat.
In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
In the background, a quiet song seeps from her cabin into the air. You don't hear any vocals.
That's all I need to know, thanks.
Something in her is pulling towards some unknown rest state. She twitches.
Thank you. Bye now. Right, okay, we've definitely talked to all the drivers. We have reason to believe it is a lady driver, albeit not one that we can see. Let's go and deal with the Hardy Boys while we're here, just because they're next door. Do a little quick save in case it goes south. Because I am short of physical health products.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full flavor cigarettes.
Gonna just disregard the thought.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Titus does not look particularly happy to see you. Starting from the right, Boots sitting across. He spent his youth, and then the emblem on his vest in the far corner, size in the mid. In conclusion, these exactly.
The fuck is with you, fella?
Me and Everett tour,
so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Very mature, guys. Everett sent word, right? Why don't you push me some more and find out? I would never tell on someone.
You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
He turns his eyes full of hate.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
Weak when you face, man. It's so low, like I've got no chance.
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
About fucking time.
Okay, that's weird. So I haven't got enough points in authority. Bit annoying. Suppose I could like put a point in it, see if that helps. It is a skill I'm decent at, I guess. To unlock a thought point as well. That's -1 authority, but I'll just use the hours.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
Pat your similarly wet cloak.
Very rugged. Good choice. Now, I suspect you had questions. Word has traveled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet, I gather. Wild Pines has eyes on the intersection, but not ears.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout. It would give them a read on the entire quarter.
It appears we are being monitored every step we take, colleague. Did we have any other business here?
Oh, mate, what? Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of like confused. Like, There doesn't seem to be anything else I can do right now. Question mark? The bridge isn't getting repaired till tomorrow. I've already got the body down. They're clearly able to look out from somewhere. The lady driver is the best info we've got. Can't advance conversation with anyone here. I think I've just got to wait. Like, I could theoretically try and, you know, save Scum the authority check, right? But I just know I'm not gonna make it, so like, guess we just do nothing. Oh well, it's a good point to stop anyway. Righty ho. Good job today. We advanced the case a little bit further. It's definitely interesting. I'm definitely intrigued as to where we go. But as ever, I found myself, whoops, a daisy, breaking everything. I found myself struggling to put the game down, which, you know, is what you want. So, YouTube, I hope you've enjoyed these episodes, and I will see you again next time.